All right.
I can open this now.
All right. This is the 55th box of books from Uncle Buck. We have to adjust the count for the
I
last
like
book.
this.
P is for potty. Oh, good. Thanks, Uncle Buck and Auntie Jay. Oh, isn't that nice? And what else do you have?
Hey, look, this opening.
Oh, that's good. Lucy will like that. Great. All right, good.
And you can do that.
One of the rules about opening the boxes, you don't read the books too much as you go, because you got a lot of books to go through. Look, here's another book. I'll hold this.
But
You
I
can't-
saw that.
You saw this? All right.
Yeah, I just love this.
The Nose Tree.
The nose tree.
Retold and illustrated by Warwick Hutton. Oh, and it's a guy with a super long nose. Doesn't that look good? An old inscription. Adapted from an old German story. Oh, this is kind of a long one. Okay, isn't that pretty? Cool. More kids' books. Sophia, who's this? You remember?
Him.
Curious George. Curious George Rides a Bike by H.A. Ray. We have a little bit of him around the house. And is that it for kids' books? Yes, now it's all psychoactive books. All right. Did you say that reading? All right, cool. We don't use all the words just for the algorithm, but a brief history of a white powder. I should start a psychoactive pile here because those all go upstairs so I can look at them. Drugs as Weapons Against Us by John Potash. With the CIA targeting the SDS, the Panthers, Hendrix, Lenin, Cobain, Tupac. Yeah. The one I really know well is the SDS and Tupac and the Panthers. But those were awful. I mean, those were just so awful.
I'm going back.
You're going back. All right, good. Thanks for joining me.
Sophia,
Sophia's delivery service. We just started Kiki's delivery service, just the two of us, and of course she loves it. Oh wait, if Lucy's actually sleeping, let her go. Yeah. Shamanism and the Mystery Lines. A ley line, spirit paths, shape-shifting, and out-of-body travel by Paul Devereaux. Paul Devereaux, I think it's very different. But it's by Llewellyn. Is the publisher. And they're wonderful. They already sent me a box of stuff a long time ago. And they are wonderful. Their back catalog is so strong. I mean, they published an immense amount of great occult classics over the years. It's wonderful what they did for the world. Put that up there on the supernormal stuff. Return to the Brain of Eden. Restoring the connection between neurochemistry and consciousness. Tony Wright and Graham Gwynn. Hard problem to solve. Keepers of the Ancient Knowledge. The mystical world of the Quechua Indians of Peru. Excellent. Supernormal spirituality. I thought I'd find it. Isn't this a second copy, Uncle Buck? The Politics of Heroin, CIA Complicity in the Global Drug Trade by McCoy. This was the one that broke open the CIA running a large part of the traffic during the Vietnam War through the Golden Triangle of opiates. It's terrible. Yeah, the CIA tried to get the book banned, but he was a good, honest academic philosopher, kept doing good stuff the rest of his life. McCoy is just a treasure of the world. Anyway, I already have this, so we'll give this one the giveaway pile. I have a lot of these. The Antipodes of the Mind, Charting the Phenomenology of the Ayahuasca Experience by Benny Shannon. Yeah, it's a good one. I already have this. Heads by Jesse Jarnow. This is a great history, a biography of psychedelic America. This is a great history of the dead and all the stuff around that, which I only know about reading, not by experiencing. But I already have that one. This is my field, so I have a lot of that stuff. But Buck always has more. Buck. Huxley in Hollywood. Oh my God. By David King Dunaway. That'd be great. I mean, I just love Huxley. I think The Island is the best thing ever written about where we could be going with psychoactives. So, yeah. Hollywood was a really, it was an immense part of his life. Let's I don't know, spirituality for now. Or, hell, self-growth. The Encyclopedia of Psychoactive Substances by Rugley. Okay. Fine. Peyote Religion, a history by Omer C. Stewart. Great. Acid Christ, Ken Kesey, LSD, and the Politics of Ecstasy. I do love Kesey. I always felt a kinship to him because he was a writer and just a cool guy. And I think a pretty nice guy as far as things go. Yeah, and he was a wrestler, like me. That's another reason I feel connected to him. But yeah, I'd like to read more about Kesey. The Brother of the Screaming Abyss, My Life with Terence McKenna by Dennis McKenna. This is a great book. I have this. Dennis McKenna is a mensch. It's funny to be a scientist type guy who happens to be brother to the shooting star. But in other ways I understand Dennis more. I really like the way he tried to get these plant medicines into the world and continues to do so. Another terrible book, A Terrible Mistake, The Murder of Frank Olson and the CIA's Secret Cold War Experiment. Olson was one who they say took LSD and jumped out a window. And he was working for the CIA at the time. I have that book. Terrible. The Vitziewicz Reader. Do not know who this is. Put this on the books you have to take another look at. You put over here. Upright. Oh, Paddington Here and Now. The Beloved Bear's All New Adventure by Michael Bond. Awesome. That's great. We don't have any Paddington in the house, so that's a good one. Thanks, Uncle Buck. Oh, I should check for mold. Only in a couple boxes, but it's a big pain for the treatment regimen if you find any big spots. Nope, it's all okay. Cool, great. How to Stop Time. Heroin from A to Z. Oh, interesting. And Marlowe. Breaking Up the Head. Daniel Pinchbeck. But that book broke open a lot for people. La Diva Nicotina, The History of How Tobacco Seduced the World. Great. I would love another book on tobacco. It's a fascinating plant. I have a chapter about it that I'm working on for my graphic novel series, and it centers around Walter Raleigh and how discovering the acetylcholine, the nicotine being the active ingredient of tobacco, was what helped us discover acetylcholine as our first neurotransmitter. And it was the first instance that cannabis later followed, where the plant gave up its we learned the plant's active ingredient, and from studying the active ingredient, we learned about how our own neurotransmitter system worked. And it's just such a great part of the story. And it just happens over and over again. Lecter's Shroom, A Cultural History of Magic Mushroom. Have that. It's a great book. I'm not sure I have it here, though. At my parents' house. Even if you could have around. And Leary, A Biography. Greenfield. That's fine. I'd rather read Leary's own words. Just on the timeline stuff. The Psychopharmacology of Herbal Medicine, Plant Drugs That Alter Mind, Brain Behavior by Marcelo Spinella. I remember hearing that was a good book. Some great ones. The Silent Language. This I don't know. Why are we ugly Americans? I don't know. We're friendly. We're terrible foreign policy. Spoken language is the only means of communication. A leading anthropologist reveals how people talk to each other without the use of words by Edward T. Hall. That does look interesting. But I have to put that on that cover fell off, so put that on the books to be repaired down there. Then Our Favorite Plant Reconsidered by Grinspoon. This is an amazing book. It broke open. It's one of the 3 vital books that broke open American consciousness on our favorite plant. And Grinspoon's son is still working and writing great stuff, and is a doctor. Put that on the doubles pile. De Quincey's Confession of an English Opium Eater, also a classic. I mean, it's a great piece of work. I have that though. I love that cover though. The Sacred Mushrooms and the Cross by Allegro. This was really big. He was saying that Christ was using mushrooms, yeah, more and more the academic consensus turns against him. But a lot of people took this book to heart. And that Jesus was using some kind of psychoactive would not be that crazy. Anyway, yeah, it's a classic of its time. Jonathan Ott's Pharmacotheon, Entheogenic Drugs or Plant Source in History. Ott is a great scientist, historian, always worth getting. Food of the Gods. This is Terence McKenna, The Search for the Original Tree of Knowledge. And this is part of where he laid out his stoned ape hypothesis, that the reason that mysteriously the human brain got so big so quickly, it just was an organ that exploded in size take up a bunch of energy really quickly in evolutionary history. Why? And he argues that it was some kind of psychoactive use, and that's what made humans. You know, and there's still, just last week I saw academics arguing for that hypothesis, but that's not the general consensus for sure. Let's see. Oh, it's a great Andrew Tatarsky, great harm reduction therapist out of New York. Harm reduction psychotherapy. Yeah, he's great. He's great. Comes to him. The Atmosphere of Heaven by Mike J. The Unnatural Experiments of De Beddoes and His Sons of Genius. And Oliver Sacks calls this magnificent. So yeah, this was a guy working with gases. And what was his name? Thomas Beddoes. Beddoes. And he really brought out nitrous as something fascinating and fun. Mike J is one of the great drug historians. So I have this upstairs too. Didn't expect this to be a walk down memory lane. What is this? Freud and the White Powder. The Freudian Fallacy by E.M. Thornton. So yeah, that'd be a good psychoactive book. The most famous users in history. Forces of Habit, Drugs in the Making of the Modern World by Courtwright. I remember hearing this was a good general history. Huxley, A Biography by Nicholas Murray. Yeah, where did I put the other Huxley? Let's just put all the Huxley together. Thanks, Buck. Buck like Huxley too. The Pursuit of Oblivion, A Global History of Narcotics, 1500 2000. It's a big chunk of history, but it's always interesting when people do a big chunk of history like that. By Davenport Hines. All right, yeah, check them out. Yes, the classic Can't Find My Way Home by Martin Torgoff, America in the Great Stone Age. This is a really great musical history, as well as, you know, the players. Yeah, this is a really well written, like, more contemporary journalism take on psychoactive use from the war onward. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Beautiful. Dale Pendell, who just passed, and was beautiful. Pharmacognosis, Plant Teachers in the Poison Path, and also Plant Powers, Poisons, and Herbcraft, with a foreword by Gary Snyder. Oh, what a beautiful soul. And these are the last two books in the box. Oh, those are beautiful. Thank you, Buck. These are really great books, and I only have one of these. I think I only have this one. So thank you so much. All right, and that is the 55th box of books gone, and that means exactly 10 boxes left. It's been quite a ride. I'm excited that we're coming to the end of it. It's already getting a little sad, but finally have all the books safe and out of boxes where there might be mold. Will feel good. So I am trying to keep at it despite all the stuff going on and the work to do. So anyway, but as I just told the kids upstairs while they're making their beautiful fortress, this is all just for you anyway. You're probably the only one watching this entire 13 minutes, you know, at some point, maybe after I'm gone. So yeah, hopefully you like these books. Hopefully they're still around, inshallah. Yeah, it's fun to have these around and just keep passing them on. It's a fantastic collection. So thank you, Buck, for entrusting it to me. All right.